to San Francisco, and welcome back, Mark Newstetter.
Hi. How's it going? That was
Good.
beautiful. That was beautiful. I was listening. Yeah, wonderful. Wow, I can't sing now after that. Um, I'm gonna do some original songs. They were original when I wrote them. I'm not sure if they still are, but I think they are. Okay, something like that. This one I wrote a long time ago. Oh, God, decades ago, actually. Does it sound okay? Is it coming through?
Sounds good.
Okay, so good. Let me just double check my tuning here. The snow is gently falling on the avenue. A crowd is slowly forming at the rendezvous. Strangers will at ease have a drink or two or three, and everything is gone but the fantasy. Icicles are clinging to the frozen trees. Frozen fingers fumbling for the car keys. The radio is loud, they cannot hear a sound, and everything is gone but the fantasy. Everything for an embrace. Everything for a stranger's face. Faces of the statue lined up in the park. Faces of the strangers heading off to work. Breath turns into steam, frozen streets melt into streams. And everything is gone but the fantasy. Everything for an embrace. Everything for a stranger's face. Snow is gently falling on the avenue. A crowd is slowly forming at the rendezvous. Strangers ill at ease have a drink or two or three. Everything is gone but the fantasy. Thank you. Yeah, that's a pretty old song. I'm going to do another one now that I actually have never performed. Thank you. I heard somebody clapping. It's so strange doing this and not like hearing anything. It's like being in a like an isolation booth or something.
Now, there's people here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I have to imagine it though. So that's I
Okay.
guess that's part of it. That's part of this whole paradigm. This is a song I have not performed before. So maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll get it right. It doesn't matter what you think you deserve. It Doesn't matter what you've been told in the course of a life. It will go the way it goes. Strike a pose and look about you. Look down your nose at those who doubt you. They can live without you. Can you say the same? It's just a matter of demand and supply. You can't sell what I won't buy, and maybe that's why you need to tell the perfect lie. But aren't you tired of fabrications, disingenuous libations, all those extraneous gyrations always end the same? Now you gaze at your reflection. Will your illusions be washed away? Or will you fall prey to your own self-deception? Do the ends justify the ways? Will you do anything to be noticed? Will you say anything just to be heard? And when you ask yourself the question, how can anybody take you at your word? It doesn't matter what you want to believe. Water always flows to the sea, and flames make their way to the sky. But they still need air to breathe, and forever will embrace in isolation, face to face, sharing the same space. Are we both the same?
Endings.
Thanks, yeah. It's called The Same. The Same. Huh? What? Sorry?
Getting to know your endings. I'm trying to.
My endings. My endings. Oh my God. What about them? They trick you? Okay. All right.
Me off guard, I think.
Okay.
That's
All
good,
right.
though. I like endings like that. It's
Oh,
awesome.
well, okay. All right. Yeah. Sometimes it just seems like, it just, the ending just happens, it's just like, okay, that's where it ends, and,
It's cool. It's more
yeah.
thoughtful that way.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. You got to end it somewhere, the song has to end, I mean, it would be nice if I could just keep it going. What about the beginnings? How are they? Okay.
Beginnings they're right on time.
Okay, I like it. Okay, thank you. So this one begins. This is a song about the physics of the refraction of light in the atmosphere. They say that sadness is just a shade of blue. You look up in the sky and it worries you. You're wearing holes in the carpet, holes in your shoes. But you can paint the picture any color that you choose. There's a lot of colors in the sky right now, more than you can count, more than you can name. And ain't it a shame how often we conclude that the only color in the sky is blue? Clouds are full of rain, the evening sun shines through, breathing fire in pastel shades like a blanket over you. And your eyes are amazed, and you know that it's just not true, that the only color in the sky is blue. Cast your soul out to the starlight if you must. Scatter your defenses to the dust. The wind, it has no loyalty, but it won't betray the color of your trust. Cast your soul out to the starlight if you must. Scatter your defenses to the dust. The wind, it has no loyalty, but it won't betray the color of your trust. Colors tell a story that cannot be made any clearer by any words that anyone has ever said, and no one's to blame for being so confused. And believe me, the only color in the sky is blue. Thank you. Thank you. So sometimes, sometimes it takes a while to get it right? And you never really are sure whether it is or it isn't, and you just kind of follow your muse. And, so when you write a song, you kind of, you get an idea, and then you think, oh, well, I'll get around to that sooner or later. And this next one is one of those songs that I kind of just had on the back burner for a long time, and I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and finally I just had to write this song. So this is probably the most profound song I've ever written, because it's a very profound subject. This next one. I'm gonna write a song about procrastination. It'll be easy, it'll be fun. A simple song about procrastination, if I ever get it done. But there's some lag, there's some latitude, there's some slip and slide and latency in the wait and see attitude. Sooner or later I'll put pen to paper and write procrastination. Me, if you will, say I'm pathetic. I know I put you off if my pace is somewhat less than athletic. It doesn't mean that I can't move. It might take a microscope to prove it. But I got a fascination with procrastination. It's the slow way to get things done. At least that's how I spin it. One thing I know about procrastination: you have to do everything you had planned at the very last minute, and there's some drag, some hesitation as you take your own sweet time for some leisurely contemplation. The time will come to pass, and I'll get off my ass and write procrastination. Me, if you will, say I'm just lazy. I got no get up and go. But I like to stop and smell the lackadaisies. 'cause I don't keep a schedule. Find me spending too much time in bed, writing songs about procrastination. Just a verse or two should be enough. Much better to write about procrastination than to do all those things that I've been putting off. Thank you. Thank you. That's kind of what I had prepared today. I think I was supposed to go till 7:10.
Yeah.
2 minutes more.
The next performer is 7:15.
7:15. Oh, so I can do another song?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, can I do, okay, I'm gonna do a really old song that I this is probably the oldest one that I wrote that I still sing. I wrote this one night back in 1975, if you can, no, 77, sorry, 77. I wrote this in 77 in my little apartment at 101 St. Mark's Place in New York City. I was playing gigs in Greenwich Village at the time. So it's a very folky song because that was the scene there, you know, at the time. And I was thinking, why am I doing this? You know, what's going on here? So I had, you know, I just kind of went through that. Anyway, I feel the morning coming. Feel that tingle in my head. It's just one more cup of coffee to keep me up till I go home to bed. And it doesn't really matter just what I do or say. I can play the fool if I want to. No one's watching anyway. I can play the fool if I want to. No one's watching anyway. When I get home, I close the door, lay my clothes out on the floor, pull my blankets to my shoulder. I know that I'm just one day older, and it doesn't really matter if I ever change my ways. I can play the fool if I want to. No one's watching anyway. I can play the fool if I want to. No one's watching anyway. And it's a fine, fine line. It's a fine, fine line between good and bad, between wrong and right. And I'm not gonna gamble this life of mine on no dollar sign, on no rainbow sign. Some may live for money, some may live for love, for the taste of milk and honey, for the snow white dove. And it doesn't matter to them the price they have to pay. They can play the fools if they want to. I'm not watching anyway. They can play the fools if they want to. I'm not watching anyway. It's a fine, fine line. It's a fine, fine line between good and bad, between wrong and right. And I'm not gonna gamble My life is at an end and my body is getting colder, and my back is too stiff to bend. Then it won't really matter if I threw it all away. I can play the fool if I want to. No one's watching anyway. I can play the fool if I want to. No one's watching anyway. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Great job.